this image and took away our image. You men paying attention? Because it's going to start with you. It don't start with the woman. It starts with you as men. It starts with us. That's why you got all men out here in purple and gold. It starts with us. We've been taught a white image, lies. And now we're reading the true image of God. Read it.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes were as a flame of fire. Get up, young brother. Listen, his eyes were as a flame of fire. Who's this right here, young brother? Who this right here? Watch this. I'm going to tell you something. What?
Jesus.
You say this is Jesus?
Yes.
What if I told you that this was Jesus? And then showed it to you in the Bible? You understand?
No. Right here, you know why?
Why?
He got the thing.
He got the crown of thorns?
Yes.
So, my brothers, God is speaking to the children of Israel.
Right.
All these black men and women out here, we are the children of Israel. We are the greatest people on earth. But God says, hear this word, you children of Israel. Read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
God has a problem. He has a problem with the inhabitants of Nashville, Tennessee. God has a problem with the black man in Louisville, Kentucky, in Montgomery, Alabama, in Los Angeles, California, in New York City. God has a problem with us. Why? Why does God have a problem with us? What? What? Sinning. Okay. Would you agree?
Because we go against the laws.
Because we go against the laws, right? Y'all just said the same thing. Because sin is when you go against the laws of God. Now watch this, my brothers. Watch this. Read.
Come on.
Inhabitants of the land.
Inhabitants of the land.
Read.
Because there is no truth.
What?
There is no truth.
What?
There is no truth.
So God says in our communities, the black community, there's no truth. Would you agree with that? What? What? You say there's some truth? Like what? What's the truth in our community? We got some good people, according to what? God said he got a problem with the people of the city.
Right.
Not everybody. Let's find out who God got a problem with, right? Watch this, read.
Because there is no truth.
There's no truth. So in our communities, are we teaching the truth one to another? Psalms 119, 142. What's the truth? And if you can tell me what the truth is,
Listen though, it's just not with black people though.
it's Hispanics and Native Americans. God got another judgment. God got another judgment for the white people. This is about us, our people. Because the white man ain't gonna change our community. You understand that? Are you waiting for the white man to change our community? Because that's what's happening in Nashville. My brother.
I ain't from Nashville.
But where you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
You from where?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Man, you from closer to D.C., the district? Shout out to the district, right? But what's happening in Baltimore? My brother, you from Baltimore? What's happening in Baltimore? Murder, adultery, stealing, killing. Is that's happening, right? So God says there's no truth. Watch this. Watch this. Read.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 142.
Read.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
Read.
And thy law.
God's what?
Thy law is the truth.
So, if God's law is being taught in Baltimore by anybody else outside of purple and gold, who's teaching God's laws? Who's telling you that you're an Israelite according to the Bible? Who's telling you that today's the Sabbath day and you ought not be out here? Who's telling you that? Be honest. Because God says he has a problem because there's no truth. So are you going to lie now? You've never heard this knowledge before. God says his law is the truth.
Right.
Now, because God's laws is the truth, we have to be teaching it.
Right.
We have to teach one another God's laws. For example, fringes. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, I didn't see y'all, man.
You've seen them, but he's not familiar with it. But that's what God's people should be wearing. Look at all us out here. You know who the sons of God are. We all look alike. We all look alike.
Right.
We're going to read God's laws for you, my brothers. Watch this. Read.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel
Read.
and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments.
Corey, you paying attention? What did it say? Oh, so you just lied. Where the truth at? All you got to say is say, I missed it. Repeat it. Right? Watch this. Read it again.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel
Read.
and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments.
So we are commanded by our God, our Creator, to put fringes on the border of our clothes.
Right.
On all our clothes, we got fringes on. Our wives got fringes on their dresses and shirts as well. Does that make sense? Now, keep reading.
Throughout their generations.
So throughout our kids have fringes on their clothes.
Right.
That makes sense? Now, read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So we gotta have the fringes with a ribbon of blue going around. Because
Right.
we are the sons and daughters of the living God. So when our dress code is fringes and a border of blue. That makes sense? That's who we are. Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So now we gotta remember the commandments, right? Now, tattoos. Is that a good thing or a bad thing to God? Bad thing, right? Now, do you have tattoos? Do you want to get more tattoos? Okay, we're gonna read the law so that you don't get no more tattoos. Understand? If, for example, when Tesla introduces a new model, right? Do they make any changes to it? Do they put any like paint jobs on it outside of after it hits the market? No, the car's the same, right? It's the owner that goes and put markings and paint all over it, right? But the creator, it was perfect when he created it, right? Same thing with you all. Same thing with us. I used to get tattoos, but when I read this, I stopped getting tattoos. Read.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28.
Read.
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh.
So no cuttings in our flesh, right? So we're not allowed to be marking up our bodies. Read on.
For the dead.
For who?
For the dead.
How often do we get RIP tattoos? RIP tattoos. We get it all the time, don't we? Someone may die from a gunshot, right? We get the gun tatted on our wrist, right? We get RIP tattoos. God said we ought not to do that. That makes sense? Read.
Nor print any marks upon you.
So we're not allowed to print any marks upon our skin. That makes sense? So we're not allowed to have tattoos all over our bodies. We gods.
That's right.
Do you think God has tattoos all over his face? Hell no. Hell no. God made you in his image. Now you're taking the image. You're destroying the image. That makes sense? Now, back to Hosea 4. Those were a couple laws, right? Now we're going to get more for y'all brothers. Because y'all from Baltimore. Y'all brothers, cousins, what? Best friends? Y'all just cool, right? Okay, cool beans. Watch this. Verse 2.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. By swearing and lying.
So, in our communities, there's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God, right? And then because of that, they're swearing and lying. Example. What color is Christ according to the Bible? What you say? Yeah. You said white. You said white. Well, let's get it. Let's find out what color God is according to the Bible. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So, the revelation or revealing of Jesus Christ.
God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which may shortly come to pass.
So, It is written things that will come to pass. You know what came to pass? They gave us this image right here. This came to pass. The white image. That's in all our churches. Would you agree? The white image. Cesare Borgia. He is in our images. Some of us got tattoos of the cracker. But understand that came to pass, right? It's written, the true knowledge of God is written in the Bible. Now let's get it. Verse 13.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So John the Revelator, he saw someone in the middle of the 7 candlesticks, and he looked like the Son of Man. You know who the Son of Man is? Okay, well jump up to verse 11.
Verse 11, saying, I am Alpha.
Who is the Alpha? Who is the Alpha? Who's the first? Read.
And Omega.
Who is the last? Who is the first and the last? Read.
The first and the last.
Who is that, my brother? Who is the first and the last? The Alpha and Omega. You say God. Would you agree? Let's get it then. So now, verse 13. Read.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So now we see in the middle of the 7 candlesticks, there is one like unto the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man now? Say it louder. Jesus.
That's right.
Now read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So he got clothes on his body, right? And it's a garment down to his foot. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
That makes sense? What does it say? White like wool. White and woolly. What people have woolly hair on this earth? Who? You say old people. He look old? Where the wool? Look at the wool. Black people, the wool. Woolly hair. What people have woolly hair on earth? I know you hooked on that white image. Look, wool. You see the wool? You see that? They call that straight nigger hair, right? But that's wool hair. How does God feel about wool hair? Give me Daniel 7. Hold that revelation.
Come on.
Let's find out. Is it nappy, kinky, nigger hair? Let's find out. Because now we getting personal with this book. This ain't no white man's book. This is the black man's book.
That's right.
The Bible is our constitution. The Bible is going to bring us back together as the greatest people on earth. Read.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9.
Read.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel saw all the kingdoms destroyed. China destroyed. America destroyed. Russia destroyed. Israel, Amalek destroyed. Watch this. Read.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
The Ancient of Days. Y'all paying attention now? I'm coming straight for y'all. The Ancient of Days did sit. Who is the Ancient of Days? You say Yahshua. So this is the Almighty God, the Father of Jesus Christ, the Black Messiah. He did sit. Watch this. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow.
He has a garment on just like his son did in Revelation, right? Watch this. Read.
And the hair of his head.
The what?
The hair of his head.
The Almighty Father has hair. He has hair. What kind of hair does he have? Huh? You say black hair. Nah, get more descriptive. Describe hair. We probably read it already. What you think? Curly? Let's find out. Curly, nappy. Let's see how the Bible identifies his hair. Read.
Like the pure wool.
Like the what?
Pure wool.
God has what?
Pure wool.
God has pure, woolly hair. Pure. Mean it's perfect. Your hair is perfect. But do they teach us that? They take away the knowledge of God out of our communities. Now watch this. Back to Revelation 1:14. My brothers, come forward, come forward. My sisters, come forward. Watch this. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white and woolly in texture. Corey, you paying attention? All right, wait one moment. Read.
As white as snow.
So he got white and woolly hair. That makes sense? So do white people have white and woolly hair? We reading it. We reading white and woolly hair. Look at this image. Look at this. Do you see white and woolly hair on this? It's yes or no. We gotta speak as men. We see an image. Do they have white and woolly hair? No. But isn't this the image that they push upon us in church?
Right.
Majority of the people out here tomorrow, where they gonna be at? Church. Serving this image right here. Serving this image right here. But that's not in the Bible. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Understand that. And this is the image of your God. This is the image of the black man whose image you were made in. But our oppressor, the same one that set this football game up, TSU versus what, Eastern Illinois or something? The same ones that set it up to destroy our people. They gave us this image and took away our image. You men paying attention? Because it's going to start with you. It don't start with the woman. It starts with you as men. It starts with us. That's why you got all men out here in purple and gold. It starts with us. We've been taught a white image, lies. And now we're reading the true image of God. Read it.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes were as a flame of fire. Get up, young prophet. Listen, his eyes were as a flame of fire. Who's this right here, young brother? Who this right here? Watch this. I'm going to show you something. What?
God, Jesus.
You say this is Jesus.
Yes.
What if I told you that this was Jesus? And then showed it to you in the Bible?
That's right. That's right.
You understand?
No, Jesus right here. You know why?
Why?
He got the thing.
He got the crown of thorns?
Yes.
Brothers, do you see the damage done? What's your name, young man?
Chad.
Chad. So we're going to read the true image of God in the Bible, okay? All right, let's read it. Verse 14. Watch this. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So Jesus Christ's hair was white and woolly. Does this have white and woolly hair?
No.
No? What about that image? Yes, white and woolly, right? Pay attention, Chad. Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So, Chad, are his eyes red?
No.
No. What about his?
Yeah.
Yes. Right? Watch this. Read.
And his feet like unto the fine brass.
Hold on. His feet was like fine brass. The true image of Christ. His feet was like fine brass. What color is brass? It's brown, right? Now take that brown, Chad. Watch this. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
If you burn anything in a furnace or oven, what is the end product of it? Burnt black. So, Chad, Christ is a what man? A God, but what color is he?
White.
What color is this, Chad?
Oh, brown.
He's brown, he's black.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.